Party just finished defending Zorn from an incoming attack by Captain Nervai, who they found out was coming here basically to erase his past. They took him captive, and now the rebellion has showed up, and they have him taken prisoner and taken him to one of the capital ships for questioning and interrogation. The rest of you kind of stayed down and were helping out with the restoration efforts on Foundry 4, because even though it was a successful defense, there were still many damages and losses over the course. Actually, half of the Tao's warriors that came to help defend perished in the battle as well. All the Mandalorians, however, survived. So all 8 that came with you, not without their close calls. One was beat up a little bit as he crash landed one of those stolen TIE fighters from the Blood Ambition. But you were able to recover him, and the adventure is yours. First question is, was anybody injured, and did anybody need to do any healing or anything of that nature?
I'm lightly wounded.
I have 2 wounds and a critical injury.
Do I have critical? No, I have 3 wounds.
Okay. So if anybody wanted to just do basic healing, you guys could do basic healing, or what you could do is if you want to just spend some time here, they have that back to tank. You could
to heal my critical injury, it's only 1 purple to do so. Just so if we don't want to stay here for that long. Because don't we have to spend what is it again for the back to tank? Do they have to spend so much time in there to cure certain things?
2 hours per wound.
Okay, and then does it cure critical injuries or not?
That's a good question. I'll look it up here really quick while you guys are kind of discussing what you.
I could take a nap in the back to tank for 3 wounds.
I think ditto. Yeska's hurting.
Yeska was.
Yeska should get in there first. No, Raven's not in a rush.
Yeah, because Yeska could get in there, and then we could have Dran look at me and Raven.
Yes. Sure.
The Phoenix is also a bit banged up.
Yeah,
also, we might want to get that repaired while we're here.
I don't think Raven's in a rush to leave Zorn. I think she wants to repair the Phoenix.
Route of torpedoes.
Yeah. Refresh, restock, help rebuild.
How much hull trauma does the Phoenix have? Is that 5? Is that what I'm saying?
5 hull trauma.
5?
Yeah.
Hull trauma? I think. Can you, MG? Will you do me a favor? Will you look up repair times for ships and see how long it does take to repair hull trauma and stuff? It may be that you can do it, and they're not going to charge you guys anything for these repairs, but it just may take. It might be like a day per trauma point to repair or something like that. Fine. And I'm going to try to stick with those rules from here on out. I tried to rush them a little bit whenever you guys were getting ready for this, just because I wanted the adventure to move along.
Well, yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's for
would there be any Zornians or rebels that would need the back to tank before me? I mean, we just did come out of a battle.
There probably is a significant amount, but they would probably give you first dibs on it. It does say at the end.
That's nice.
At the end of each 24-hour period, the character may attempt 1 resilience check to remove 1 critical injury. So you have to sit into a back to tank for 24 hours. Then you make a resilience check, and if you succeed, you overcome the crit. So, but I guess what you could do, because I don't think it says anything about this in the. I don't think it says anything about it in here, but you could have one of the players attempt to heal the crit first, because you know how you can only attempt it once a week. This says pretty much every day you're in the back to tank, you can make this check.
Gotcha.
If you fail,
it's lightsaber scalpel.
My difficulty is only 1, so I'm pretty sure I'm more than confident that Dran can handle it. So
I'm honored by your faith in me.
Yeah.
Well, Dran, if you want to try to make those checks, you can go ahead and make those checks. His is 1 purple for his
boost.
I mean, that's what that means, right? It has right next to the thing, it has 1 purple die and then nothing else.
Yep. The intensity of the critical injury is how hard it is to overcome. That's right.
Roger that. See if I can get out of the screen and.
Roger.
Roger.
But yeah, I say we put Yeska in the
Yeah,
back to tank for now.
Get in the back.
All right, sure.
Get in there.
Yeska shucks out of his clothes. Make sure they hang the jacket on a hanger, not a peg.
Well,
I don't. That
Strain.
was your force power still on? Is your force power?
Well,
it doesn't,
doesn't
help
work
you.
on me.
No, it doesn't
Yeah,
Keep on-
yeah.
I always forget that. I don't
Yeah.
know why I just think in general, like you could just tack on like successes to everything. It's
Mhm.
really strong. Be really, really strong.
well, unfortunately,
Well,
your critical
really.
stays.
Uh-huh.
That's it. The ship, it says in the book, it's mainly a factor of money. However, about a quarter of the ship's damage, which is where we are, takes a couple days.
Couple days. Okay. So I would say
Yeah.
2 days. You could
Okay.
have it. You could have it all fully repaired. Cost wouldn't be a thing here because they have parts and things that they could even makeshift and piece together. And Lyda's more than happy to do that for you guys. She is
Nice.
also going to actually. Lyda comes up to Raven at some point and says, I'm gonna go ahead and repair that speeder of yours too.
You are a gem.
Oh, really? I was just.
I will
sad,
help. I want to come and watch and help and learn because you are phenomenal. Let's do it. Let's go now.
She points. Okay. She
Let's go. Let's go.
shoving her on the
Let's go.
Yes. She also asked if you were going to, because I know you guys procured 2 of those speeder bikes during
We
the
did.
battle as well. Are you guys planning on taking those with you?
I believe so.
Okay. All
At
right.
least one.
All right. So that we'll have to make sure we'll load both of those up onto the
Mhm.
Phoenix as well.
I mean, as long as I can fit on the Phoenix, right?
oh yeah, they'll be easy.
Yeah,
Those-
can we take
Yeah.
off with all this extra?
yeah, the Phoenix can carry. I think the encumbrance on the Phoenix is pretty decent.
It's pretty big, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty big. It's like a cargo hold.
And those little
A
speeder,
light freighter.
those hover speeders, they don't take up much
Got
encumbrance.
a encumbrance capacity of 165.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Current is only 30.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
alright.
it depends on how much the encumbrance of those bikes are, I guess.
I think that that speeder that you guys have was what's causing the 30 encumbrance already. So probably only
Oh,
between the
right.
two would be probably just like 10 more. So you guys are up to like 40
Okay.
with those 2
Okay.
bikes. So you still got like what?
I
120
will
left?
update it for now.
Cool.
All right, cool.
It's a freighter. It's made for carrying things. So
Mhm.
it's,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So, Yeska, you're gonna go in the back to tank then?
Yeah, I shuck off all my clothes and
Oh, yeah.
take a dip in the green stuff.
Take a dip. Okay, you got it. So, how many wounds did you have in total?
I got 8.
8. Yeah, so you'll be in there for the better part of a day,
Yeah.
healing up.
Yeah.
Unless,
Yeska doesn't wear any knickers or anything, but it's okay. He's kind of a Ken doll, to everybody else.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like one of those scenes where they conveniently put there's like a strange pipe that just like
Mhm.
hangs down like right in front of that region
Yep.
from where the camera is. It's like just perfectly placed.
But it's okay. There's
Yeah.
nothing discernible to any other races.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the mysterious chiss. Yeah.
Mysterious chiss.
Mhm.
You got it.
Mhm.
I mostly wanted to say something ridiculous to see Christie's reaction.
He's like a turret. I'll stop myself. I'll stop there. PG.
So I think what Tizo is going to be doing because of course he's going to, since we're going to be here for like 2 days, I guess Tizo will take a 24 hours in the back to tank since he didn't get the critical removed.
Okay.
So he'll
Interesting.
take it after, if Raven, if you want to get in there after Yeska.
I'm not in a rush. I'm a
Well, I'm
camp.
gonna be in there for 24 hours. So that's what
We're
I'm.
fine. Raven's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So then
I'm
I'll
with-
get in after Yeska's done with his bath. And but
MG,
until then,
did Dran want to make a basic medical check on Raven? Did you guys want to
Oh,
do
to
that?
try and heal the
to try to
wounds?
heal those
Sure.
wounds, so that way she doesn't
Yeah,
have to
we'll
worry about
probably
it.
go
Great.
around. Right?
I'm assuming those 3 advantage did not heal my wounds, right?
Unfortunately, on a
it
check
has to
for
be
critical
success.
injuries, it doesn't.
Okay.
It has to be success.
Gotcha.
The
There's
advantage
a
doesn't-
Raven. 2.
Okay, I'll take that.
2 wounds and 2 strain if you have any strain.
I don't have any strain.
Alright.
That's
Down
less
to
time
1
that you have to spend in the back tank.
Here you go. You only have to spend
don't-
2 hours.
Solid. Thank you.
That's what I was saying. Like maybe you just go first. You go after Yeska, and then I'll go in after you, so that way you have more time to do.
Sure.
Don't people naturally heal like a wound a day or something?
Yeah,
just by,
naturally.
like-
Not if you
Oh.
if you sleep. I mean, if you
Oh,
got full
then,
hours
yeah,
of
okay,
rest,
Never
so don't
mind
worry
that.
about it. I don't
you
need
get-
practical.
you get
I
one,
only have
one
one
wound
left.
back. Yep. Mhm.
I'm good.
Never mind.
Perfect.
Thank you, Doctor.
But until Yeska gets out, Tizo will just be like going around seeing if anybody needs any help. He will,
Mm.
of course, lend his services to like moving things if we need to move. If anybody needs help moving like big structures or like big debris, rubble,
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
There's plenty of help.
He'll-
to be
he'll-
had
yeah,
doing
he'll-
that. Mhm.
He'll do whatever they need.
Okay.
Just walk around, see who needs help, basically. So
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that'd be easy. We don't have to role play all that out,
Yeah.
but you're just kind of going through all
Yep,
the
that's-
broken ships and things that are laying all about, all the pieces of B1 battle droids laying around. All of it
Mhm.
needs to be picked up and cleaned up, and that's what a lot of people are doing at this point in time, these next couple of days. Now, basically what I was going to do is I was just going to go ahead and fast forward till you guys are all healed up out of the...
Cool.
Do like a quick swipe, unless there's a scene that you guys want to take here. Other than that, I think we can bounce ahead if you guys want to.
Could I make a quick roll to see if I can spend some time meditating and developing my infrared sight out of combat?
Sure. You can go ahead and make
So
another
just
discipline
see if I
check.
can just
Mhm.
keep making that better,
We'll say,
so
we'll
I
say
don't
you're
have to
doing
use
this
the
while
force as much.
Tizo's in the tank.
Okay.
As you
So what time check you said?
discipline with your upgraded difficulties.
Can you remind me what those are again? I've wiped my dice pool clean.
It would be discipline check. It'd be 2 purple dice as the difficulty, and then 2 upgrades on it because of the penalty for blindness.
Right.
and if you want to use a destiny point for that, go ahead.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got plenty of them too.
Are you sure? Well, thank
Yeah.
you guys.
We have
Heal.
7 of them. Because
You
I was
guys
thinking
are
about
so-
using one. I was thinking about using one for my resilience check too. So
You guys are so nice.
that's what they're there for.
Yep.
Yeah.
There for it.
Discipline.
And we're not in the middle of a war right now, so
That's a lot of.
Damn.
But you succeeded.
Wow. That's a thing.
You did forget to upgrade. I'm pretty sure.
Brett.
No.
No,
Oh, I did
that's
forget to
not-
Yeah, you
upgrade.
forgot to upgrade.
Oh.
Go ahead
Should have had a yellow.
What? Something's not right here.
You might want to keep that roll, bruh.
Yeah, that was a success at least, but
Yeah, it was.
Oh, no, it's the advantage that cancels out threat. That's what I'm overlooking.
Yeah.
Alright, so should I go again?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you did get a lot of successes, but a lot of threat. I would go ahead and upgrade it for the good side for you flipping your destiny point. Just re-roll.
well, you still no. Never mind.
Well,
Oh,
I don't know if that's better or worse.
it's so much worse.
Yeah, markedly worse.
I mean, technically, you still succeeded though.
Okay.
Can I take the first one back?
Yeah, you technically succeed. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be interesting. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you mechanically what happens, but I'm gonna let you kind of describe it for us because you know
Got you.
Yeska better than I do because it's your character. So you do succeed in this discipline check, which is you've succeeded a few times now, and it's been a little bit of time like trying to focus in, and you can feel the nature of the force. The dark side, though, is gonna leave its mark. So what's going to happen is I'm going to allow you to start to gain a little bit of infrared vision, but it's going to be a limited range, probably only to short range for right now. So what that'll do mechanically is instead of having 2 upgrades to your difficulty, it'll be reduced to 1 upgrade to your difficulty. The despair, however, is going to we're going to add. This is going to be a 10 conflict points So during this minute,
I'm getting very frustrated. Yep.
yeah, during this meditation, I want you to describe what causes your conflict while you're doing this meditation. I'm gonna let you take it.
Okay. I'm going to center myself in storytelling mode.
There you go.
So Yeska figures he's got about 16 hours to kill, and there's only so much just staring off into nothingness that someone can stand. And he can't really hear anything because he's surrounded by liquid, and so it's like his one major sense that his hearing doesn't work. He can't smell anything because he's got, a hose on. And so he's just effectively floating in a vat of nothingness.
Mm. Yeah, completely
And
deprived.
yeah.
Sure.
And a sensory tank is a very pleasant thing. A sensory deprivation tank, I should say. But this is something that is starting to really freak him out. And so he starts to struggle. And he's thrashing around a little bit. And then maybe at a certain point, he calms himself as he senses a presence of one of his companions who, as they pass by, they say something to him, but he can't quite hear, and they place their hand on the glass. And he just kind of feels just this waves of calm radiate out from his friend. And he just kind of refines his center. And as he does so, he kind of slips into this meditative state. And he starts to see blurs of, faint light. The kind of light that, he has experienced before whenever he was a kid hunting, when there was no other lights and he was able to see movements of the creatures that he was hunting as the heat from their body reacted to his eyes. And now he's able to pick out not fine details, but he's able to just kind of just tell where things are. And he realizes slowly over the course of the hours that I'm not completely blind. I might be able to shake the hand of the person in front of me. I might be able to hit an enemy that's trying to swing at me. And this, deep satisfaction kind of begins to fill him. But also the rage that he works so hard to control is still buoying up inside him over what was done to him. And how helpless he feels when everyone else is fixing things, when everyone else is doing things. He just has to stand by. And standing by has never been his comfortable place. So even though he is growing used to his new frame of reference for life, he's still not completely satisfied by it.
Awesome. Very good. So, at this realization, as Yeska peers out, we're going to do a quick diagonal swipe.
Every one of us picked a different angle.
Yeah, we did. A few days have passed. You guys you guys have been helping out with the restoration efforts. Of course, there's still a lot of work to be done, but it's going to take some time. The rebel fleet is preparing to head on out. Is there anything that you guys wanted to do, like communications with any of the individuals here at Foundry 4 or with the rebel fleet, or any communications or talking that you guys wanted to do with anybody after you guys are all healed up and things are coming
Not
to a close
necessarily
here?
communication, but I think
Mhm.
after everything that happened and how like the close call, like we lost some of the bird people, but we got them all the Mandos out. Raven would probably take them all out drinking for a night,
Okay.
just to like
They
get some.
just have like a simple bar here, so like
That's fine.
you could all just enjoy it here.
Yeah, I would invite my group. I would definitely.
During your
We're playing darts.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry.
It's okay. I have 9 more tools.
At some point during this, Dran, you were actually contacted by Captain Luca Cordall.
Yeah.
Who was the woman who was basically in charge of this rebel force that came to help you, and she actually sends for a shuttle to come down and pick you up to take you to board her vessel, which is called Fortune's Rising. So you're kind of communicated with. She doesn't communicate with you herself. She actually has one of her assistants kind of calm you down and invite you aboard. One of these shuttles kind of lands down into one of the landing bays and is awaiting your presence while you're kind of drinking here with your friends and they're partying along.
Well, I smell like booze, so we'll see how this goes.
You got me at a bad time, like the middle of your like 3rd glass of beer or wine.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell them what I think about the rebellion.
Thinking of the phrase "drinks like a fish."
No.
Oh, it's so appropriate.
Does anybody now? I don't know if you wanted to take any of your friends with you. They don't necessarily they don't say anything to you about it, so it's up to you if you want to go alone, Dran, or if you want to.
I mean, guys, I think I have to duck out for this. You're more than welcome to join, but if otherwise, say.
I'll stay here with the Mandos in the group. You guys can go up.
I'll stay here as well, but if you are not back after a reasonable amount of time, we'll come looking for you.
That is true.
Sounds good.
Yes, good.
I'm assuming I'm in the back tank still, so.
No, this is after you've got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After that.
Have fun, you guys.
Tarok puts his hand on Yeska's shoulder, and he holds out a dart. Your turn.
Oh no.
I'm out of here. See you guys.
Keep your arms open.
Am I within short range?
Bell meditation.
What's funny is Tarek's trying to figure out how you're doing so well this time. He's like, He keeps on kind of rubbing his beard a little bit every time he gets on, and you actually do fairly well as you're tossing these darts. You know,
at one point, I use my force power to see things how I do see things when I'm without the limitations, and I just look at him right in the eye and go, "Pow, bullseye."
He looks at Raven. How does he do that?
I aim for the middle.
Very talented man.
Aim for the middle.
He's over there doing this and moving the darts so they actually hit the bullseye.
Like actual bullseye every time. Yeah, we can make some money off doing this shit.
That's funny.
Michael, should I go ahead and roll my resilience check then?
Yeah, let's do that.
right.
It doesn't
I-
say.
Use a destiny point.
I'm assuming it just goes off of the difficulty of
It
the.
is, yes. It says the difficulty is
one
equal
purple?
to the rating of the critical hits. Yes, so it'd be
Yeah.
one purple.
Just
for-
one, and I am going to upgrade.
You got it.
So,
Sure thing.
Good idea.
resilience.
Oh, honey.
Okay. I have a ability that I can re-roll one resilience check per session. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay, cash it in.
I'm assuming I still keep the upgrade.
Yes.
Yes, it's the same
It's
roll. It's just a
reroll.
reroll. There it
There
is!
Oh!
Did
Hooray,
it.
you're so resilient.
There you go. You are resilient. And your critical hit is
Got it.
dismissed from your character
Easy.
sheet. And with 24 hours of being in there, I'm pretty sure all your wounds are gone.
Yeah, I
as
only
well.
had 2, so yeah, it was
Nice. Yeah, you're feeling refreshed during this little celebration as you're using force move to wreak havoc on the dart
Mhm.
competition here as the friendly dart throwing contest we've got going on between Mandos and the other natives of Zorn here.
That roll.
Dran, you make your way boarding the vessel, and the shuttle begins to take off into the low atmosphere of Zorn, where it ends up being nestled into a shuttling bay. You're brought into the vessel, and you are escorted to the bridge of the Fortunes Rising, where upon entering, you see that familiar woman. I can't remember if I described what she looked like last time, but imagine a woman probably in her mid-30s with short brown hair. Very short. She's only about probably... How tall are you in real life, Christy?
Wow! I feel so attacked right now.
I'm calling you out on internet. Yes, I'm calling
On
you.
blast.
I bet you're tall.
I'm
You're
like-
like
you're like
4. You're
4
are
foot,
you
right?
5?
No, I'm 5'3".
5'3".
Maybe 5'2".
Really?
How many
Really?
shoes I wear?
No.
I don't know.
no.
I'm gonna
she's
say.
4.
I'm gonna say this.
That's
this
in
woman's a
Hobbit
little
terms. That's
shorter.
almost tall enough to ride a horse.
this woman's a little shorter. She's probably only like 5'1". Okay, so she's really short,
Okay.
but she is wearing,
See how tall are you in real life? Wow.
I'm just trying to gauge, where it would be, where I'm imagining in my mind anyway.
Yeah. Like, remember Jim Con? How short she was? How tall are you?
But anyway, she's definitely shorter than Dran, because I believe Dran is pretty tall.
He's average, I think.
Average. I can't remember how. I think aren't Montgomery pretty tall though naturally? I couldn't remember.
Actually, don't know.
I can only remember them sitting or swimming.
Yeah,
I can't remember them
yeah,
standing.
I remember all sitting in chairs. Like I know.
Yeah.
There were scenes where they were like standing behind like Admiral Akbar, but they were back farther, so you couldn't like actually see like how tall.
And
they were.
his chair is always like
Hey.
raised, and
Thank
so
you
I
for the
can't
bit,
really
Sarah.
gauge.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Average Moncal is 1.8 meters, so that's like average for a human, right?
Yeah.
A meter is what?
I'm-
3.
1.8 meters is
I'm-
5'10", 5'9".
I'm
Yeah.
5'11", and that's like 1.81.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, average. Oh, so average size then. Yeah, average human size. All right,
Mhm.
so but you're still taller than she is, and you approach,
Yeah.
and she's really stern. Look to her. She has that kind of like definitely like rebellion regalia on. You can see that she's wearing the markings of a rebellion captain, and
Mhm.
she doesn't really. She kind of turns to face you for a moment, and a little bit of a smile trickles on the corner of her face. She's like, Dran.
Sir, ma'am.
You don't have to do that. Congratulations. Thank you for what you were able to accomplish here. Very
I only
impressive.
played my part.
Well, please, by all means, make sure that all of your companions or at least passed on the enormous thank you for all that we're able to do. This station here, this Foundry Four, has been, let's just say, they've helped us a lot with making sure that we can continue to do what we do. So
Couldn't have done it without my allies, that's for sure.
So the reason I called you up here, Dran, is because I just had some communications not too long ago with the Admiral.
With the Admiral?
Mm-hmm. Yes. He's really busy right now because currently they're scoping out a location for a new rebel base.
Somewhere cold. That would be smart.
Actually, that's actually true. We're targeting this planet planet system called Hoth.
I don't think I've ever been there.
We're really trying to explore the possibilities. We're trying to go really quickly though, because we need to get things going as fast as we can.
I'm sure they'll never be found in a place like that. So.
Oh yeah, it's out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to be on any trade paths through the galaxy, so it seems like it should be a decent place.
Yeah.
Even though it is kind of close to one now that I see it on the map. Oops.
Maps.
Maps. What is a map?
Yeah.
Anyway, the Admiral would like to offer an opportunity for you. We are offering to you a promotion.
A promotion?
It's a little bit different than what you're used to, Dran, I might say, but we've discovered in recent times that your work seemed to kind of shift gears a little bit. Seems like you've been working kind of on the inside of things a little bit, rather than just being on the front lines commanding troops like you were before. So, the Admiral would like to offer the role of Special Ops Commander to you, if you would like.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'd be honored. What kind of roles and responsibilities and benefits come with such a...
Well, what we would like you to do is we'd like you to continue the path that you're on. It seems that you've gained quite a bit of rapport with these individuals that you've been traveling with, and they look up to you, and they seem to follow in your leadership quite well.
I think we all kind of split the task, yeah.
Well, Special Ops Commander is basically what you would be doing is kind of similar to what you're already doing, except making sure you lay low. More like kind of like doing a little bit of spy work from here and from time to time again. If you'd be interested in something like that, Dran.
Little cloud coming out with like Dran like a tuxedo, with like a bow tie.
Ding 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 ding
Spy,
ding
you
ding
say?
ding 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 ding
Dran.
ding ding ding. That's it. We don't want to. She's like,
Dran, Dr. Dran.
well, you're having great success, and we don't want to pull you out of having any. I just don't want to. We don't want to pull you out of any place where you're going to be successful.
Be honest, I was hoping you'd say something like that. I was worried I'd have to go rejoin the... I'm not ready yet.
Well, there's a lot of work to be done to get this new base ready, but we got to have eyes and ears on the outside. We got to know what the Empire's up to, where they're at, what we're dealing with on the outside, and all those things that go in between. So I guess the responsibilities are, if you see or hear anything while you're out and about traveling with your companions or exploring the galaxy, you need to contact us right away so we can be aware of what's going on and make sure that doesn't affect us in the construction of this new base.
I will. We're on the verge of something big. I think if we allow this to play out, this could change the tide of everything.
I think so too. That was a good sight to see, that Death Star blowing up.
Play it over and over in my mind.
Sent the Empire reeling and running, but they tell you what, they are They are diligent.
Yeah, we have to be watchful. Speaking of the Empire, I would like to make a request.
Oh, sure, what is it?
Can we have Nervi when you're done with him?
Why do you ask?
For the research that we're doing, I think that it could go a long way.
That's a difficult one, Dran. He is a criminal of war.
He is, and extract the information you can from him, and
make a charm check for me.
Oh no, I'm so good at it.
You're trying to get them to release a prisoner of war.
Yep.
Wanted for pretty extensive war crimes here now, so it's gonna be pretty difficult. But
checking something real quick. This is something that I haven't done before. I didn't think I was gonna have to use. Well, that's not good. That's actually pretty mean. I don't think I can do.
You're gonna use the force against the commander that just or just the captain that just gave you a promotion.
It's using it for good. It's using it for the greater good, Michael. It's not a mean thing. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't think I can. Guidance shade. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's got any kind of. Okay, yeah, I'll just do it. So this is what kind of roll?
It's gonna be a charm check against 4 purple dice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get this. I'm not very charming. If I go to skills,
upgrade.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna hope that the light side is
I am also going to upgrade and use the dark side to upgrade mine as well. Make it a little bit interesting since I've got them there. I might as well spend them.
Oh, is that? Oh
wow, that's interesting.
Wow, that's a. Oh.
Okay, she agrees, but she does mention that. Well, I will say that the 3 threat are just insight that the only reason she's probably agreeing to this is because of the influence you had over the defense of this place.
I'm using up a lot of favors on this one, huh?
Yeah, you're using up a lot of favors. You might not be able to get anything like this again from this this captain. So she agrees, but she is very, very hesitant about it. And also let you know that they still want to talk to him for a little while longer. So it'll be a little while before they release him to your custody.
When you're finished, you can wait.
Okay. And if there's any, I mean, she really just that's all she really wanted to talk about. If you really want to just do a swipe to head on back down to the rest, you can. Or if there's anything else that you wanted to talk to her about, you could do that as well.
All good.
All right, we'll do a
clean
Star Wars swipe as Dran revisits the crew down below. It seems like a lot of people have drank their share, and some people have passed out and have gone to bed here at Foundry 4. It's later in this evening as you guys reconvene.
Barkeep, can I have a martini, shaken not stirred?
Amazing. Brilliant.
Yes, you're brought a martini, shaken not stirred. It seems to be some kind of.
Oh, that sounds
golden...
good. Make it 2.
Okay, they bring.
There's any baccarat tables around here?
Wow.
Using authentic Todarian gin.
That's it. That's it. So you guys have a little bit of time to just communicate here about talking about plans or what you guys want to do after this is all settled.
Yeah,
I figure we get a table off in the corner.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the revelry for a minute off to the side so we can still watch everybody.
Sure.
Bar fights. I need to get in on those if that happens.
Yeah.
One of the Mandalorians takes off his helmet and starts beating somebody else with it.
Excuse me for a minute, boys. Well, what's the plan now?
I guess we seem to just go from one fire to the next.
Right.
I think this is one of the first times we've been able to
Breathe.
choose what we want to do.
That too. What was that about, Doctor? Anything important?
Well, I got a
Yes.
promotion.
Oh, congratulations! Are you Chief Medical Officer?
You know, let me reiterate that I have no formal medical training. This is one first aid class that I took during basic.
Well, you're
This
getting
whole
plenty of
time we
experience.
have been calling you the doctor, and you're not actually a doctor? You were introduced to me as the doctor.
What, man? Doctorate in killing stormtroopers, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm
we-
still gonna call you the doctor. So
You're getting
Yes.
paid,
For
oh, I
me.
hope.
Actually,
You didn't ask how much you were getting paid?
You didn't get it in writing?
oh
Is that
gosh,
contract?
I'll be back now.
Okay. He runs back up.
The shuttle is no
It's the
longer
salary.
there.
Send her a text message. She'll reply eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, Sister Skull Kid, it took this long for them to realize that the doctor isn't actually a doctor.
He was introduced to me as the doctor, so I thought
No, he's
reasonably
been saying
so.
this since like day one. I'm not actually a doctor. I'm like, yeah, but you're the doctor.
Yeah.
Ignore it.
doctor in my heart. Okay.
Yeah.
When someone introduces
You know.
to me themselves as a doctor, I don't ask for their credentials. They're not cops.
Where did you study? What
I will say that I am they've given me a little bit of leeway to explore this sort of ongoing project here, so I'm under no obligations to go report in anytime soon, which gives at least me some leeway if we want to go find something interesting to get mixed up in.
So you have the freedom and a promotion, but not sure if you have the money.
Yeah,
No, doctor.
I'm not so good with finances.
We need to fix that for you. I feel like this is deja vu with Shadowrun.
Where are we going next?
Well, I was
What
thinking.
are our options?
I was thinking since we need to get the Mandos back home, we check in with them. We do owe them a favor for them lending them to us.
Mhm. They were getting in some kind of trouble, right? Something
in
exciting.
hot space. I'm not sure. She didn't really give it much. I know she had a battle to attend to, so she was a little busy. But there's that. And go from there, unless you guys have anything else pressing or any other missions now that you've been promoted. But if you have freedom, we can do what we want, it sounds like.
Well, where would we meet then? Would we go back to Mandalore, or would we try to find somewhere that they are in hot space?
I could send her a comm. I could send her a message. I'm pretty sure I have her information.
Oh, I know
We have
I
to bring
do.
these guys back to where were the men?
Yep.
Yeah, we have to bring them back to their planet. Was it Mandalore? Or was it?
No,
was it
it
the
wasn't.
moon? Was it
These
the
guys
moon?
were from.
They were on
Oh,
somewhere
no, they
close
wanted
to
to go-
here,
Yeah,
and then they
weren't
were
even-
going somewhere else.
They wanted
They
to
were
Put it,
Morat.
for some reason, it's not on
They
the
were
map.
Morat,
Let me,
right?
let me go ahead and put it on there for you.
Or Vlamont Port.
Vlamont Port. That's right. So for some reason, it's not on. But I'm put, there it is. It's,
There it is.
It's
It
right
is.
there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it was close.
It was
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
somewhere
knew it
close.
wasn't-
within 5 days travel. So
Yes.
so yeah, they're from that. You do know that they came with their own vessels.
Ships.
Right.
So you don't necessarily have to bring them back.
That's true.
You don't necessarily have to do that. They can navigate themselves back. But
It would be more like an escort, not.
How?
one thing that you do realize is Cad Solus, Tarok, and a couple of the others have been talking about this. They're planning on going to meet the rest of the Mandalorians with this whole hut issue. So they're going to actually leave
we could
here
just go
and
with
go
them.
directly there, While
Gotcha.
some of the other Mandalorians are going to head back to Vlamouth Port. That's the plan.
Gotcha.
Take the towels back.
Yeah, you guys would know.
Right,
Yeah, they
right.
do have to take the towels back. Because they're not a part of that conflict, so they're going to
Right.
take them back and report to the ones that were killed to the rest of the tribe as well. So.
Mhm.
So we could just follow Cad. to where
Sarah's
we're
giving
going.
out some goodies here.
Whoa!
Oh.
Look at all these goodies. So Yeska, you get 5 credits.
What?
Tizo, you get
Ew.
10 credits.
What? You. He likes me
Proficiency
better. Haha.
bonus to
No, I'm just joking.
Raven. What did we say proficiency bonus was going to be in this game? I have to write
I
these down.
don't remember, but it's something.
Bardic inspiration is a blue
Great,
boost,
Derek.
and that goes to Dran.
Yep.
Yes!
Dran will have
Thank
the blue
you.
You love
boost.
MG the most.
Go Saints!
We'll say proficiency. Oh, proficiency bonus was an automatic advantage on a roll.
Ah.
Mhm. So that,
Thank you, Sarah.
yeah, you have an automatic
Love
advantage
you.
to any one of your rolls there, Raven.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you would have gotten that information before
Okay.
this
Yeah, during the
conversation.
drinking.
Yeah, during the drinking, he would have let you know, and he would also let you know that they would get coordinates from what was her name?
I always forget her name
I always
too.
forget her name.
I've probably got it written down. Is this
Mandalorian leader? What?
Vera Baroya?
That's it, Vera Baroya. They would be getting coordinates from her.
Yeah.
And you would also know that because they're in an operation, the coordinates wouldn't go directly to them, but
Right.
they would get them
Have a meeting
close
point.
enough, have a meeting point, and probably another Mandalorian in disguise or something like that would meet up with
Right.
them and then get them to the location that they needed to go to.
Gotcha.
So we should go join old Terok's table and find the scoop on what's going down, right?
Might be a good idea. Is there any other options that you guys had considered?
I'm going where everybody else is going. So
All right.
Tizo, did you handle every? I mean, you disappeared for a little while. Did you handle everything that you were doing? This is way back, remember?
Kayla says
Yeah.
bye.
No, I haven't, but I'm still waiting to hear back from my friend. So
We'll keep our ears
until
open.
then, we're just seeing what's going on. So
All right. Well, I would appreciate it if you boys would do this for me.
of course,
Yeah.
I feel like we do owe them quite the debt.
They fought like
They fought
lions,
well, yeah.
like rancors.
And they are my people, so I do feel a bit of obligation here.
Plus, it gives me an excuse to see Vera again.
She'll be very pleased to see you.
do we know what planet they're heading to?
Good thing she
Well.
didn't see you in the back of the tank.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yes, she would not have been able to control herself. I understand.
It's like an aphrodisiac.
Kayla just walking out the door. She pops her head back in and goes, "So true."
Hell yeah! Get a woman to lock you up.
So good.
Hell yeah! Well, we could go over and sit at the table, figure out what's what.
Yeah, let's find out where we'll be heading.
Works for me.
You guys approach the Mandalorian
I'd pick
table.
up my martini.
Meanwhile, Tizo, I'm just drinking like water. So
Okay,
Aw.
sure, perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys walk over, and it looks like Tarok and Cad Solus are having a little argument, and Cad's just like,
Oh, jeez.
"Dude, you're drunk. Stop talking. You make absolutely no sense every single time you do this. All right? You don't know nothing about it. You know, you come in here all like, yeah, I'm Cad Solus. Yeah. You know, as much as you mock me, Tarek, I should not be your friend.
I slide in beside Cat. I'm like, oh, that was a pretty spot-on impression, if I do say so myself.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. It was. Oh, I laughed too hard there.
Oh, honey.
I think I pulled one of my pec muscles.
Oh,
I can take a look.
Cat's like, those aren't muscles. Those are not muscles.
Oh.
You're drunk.
Don't bully him, Cat.
So what's up with you guys? What are you guys planning on doing next?
Well, I thought we'd check in with you lot and see what the plan is for your predicament.
Well, my first plan for my predicament is to make sure he doesn't pass out and hit his head on the table and may have to go physically have to put him in the back to tank, because that is not what I want to do today. Second thing, well, I guess we're going to be heading towards Ryloth.
Ryloth.
Yeah.
How far out is that? Oh, I see.
7 days jump.
All right. You
But
need some
that's-
backup.
I mean, we're not gonna turn it down if you want to come.
Well, we do owe you. You guys helped us. It only seems fair that we help you back.
You don't really owe us. You gave us a ship. That was part of the deal, right?
True.
and technically, we also had saved the people from their village, but
Yeah. You don't owe us, but
that's what friends do, though.
I, for one, am
Financial
I'm fine.
restitution is nice, but honor requires a higher payment.
Also true, I'm kind of poor. I could use some more money. Just saying.
Well, I'm telling
Well, do you
you,
need money?
I just got
Telling
a
you, there's-
promotion that I only paid.
Yeah,
so
but
I'm
we
on
need to
board.
know your salary before we can gauge how much money we need, Doctor.
Yeah.
Tizo,
If you
come-
need
if come
money,
with us,
Tizo,
there's plenty of
I
money.
can lend you some money. I've got at least
Alright.
five credits here.
I think you might need that for more alcohol. I mean, I would be totally up for making some extra credits. So
Well, there's
Always. Yeah.
definitely a potential where we're headed. I mean,
well, you got my help then.
well, great. I mean, we were hopeful to get going here within the next day or two.
Yeah, we should be ready. I feel like the Phoenix should be done by then.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever been to Ryloth before?
I have not.
Not believe so.
It's pretty hot, pretty humid.
Fun.
Jungles, some deserts, variety of landscapes. The city that we're going to, I believe, is called Nabat. Mostly underground. This is the planet where the Twi'leks call home.
Oh.
The Twi'leks are the individuals that have the long kind of two
Oh!
tendrils that kind of go back on their backs. They're found all over the galaxy, but this is like their home planet, so to speak, where they come from.
Why am I so poor compared to everybody else? Jesus.
Where do you even spend your
I don't know. It's like, what are you buying?
on?
I've been saving up because I need to my stuff that I need is expensive. So
Everybody's
I
over here like 6K, 9K. I've got 500.
What did you
Bounty
say?
Hunter life.
Yes, let's go and fight alongside our Mandalorian brethren, and we'll see the next fight.
Well, great. Do you guys want to leave in the morning?
As long as our
I
ship's ready
believe,
by then.
I believe we're ready anytime.
All right. Well, looks like he got a head start, and you guys look over, and Terox just passed out on the table.
Get up, pack.
He's he's a good guy. He just gets a little carried away sometimes.
The two of you are a lot alike.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're like nothing alike, but I don't know. I guess I have to see it.
I don't know.
from
Remember
different
your
lenses.
first impression with us, dear?
Well, that was I didn't really know you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's not
Didn't
my
know
fault.
Right.
you. I didn't know you like I do now. I mean, it's only
Right.
been like a week, but anyway.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't my. I did not know.
I'm just saying I'm seeing
I did
some
not know
similarities.
the Huts were gonna send anybody right to the port to meet me there. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to try anything, but I wasn't expecting that. But you guys made quick work of them anyway, so
It was relatively easy work.
Yeah, lucky for you.
Mm.
the Huts they'll hire any goons that'll work for minimum payment.
Are those the people that we're engaging with?
Yeah, one in particular. His name's Timo. Timo the Hut.
Timo the Hut.
He's on the planet Tatooine.
You don't say.
Oh yes, I do say. Why? What is that? Does that spark interest in you, Tizo?
Tatooine does, not necessarily that this individual. I've always wanted to go there. I wanted to kind of hunt something that is calls that planet home. So
Oh. What do you want to hunt?
it's called a crate dragon.
That sounds joyful.
In the stories, they used to say that crate dragons would eat the crystals that we found on Spend here,
Kyber.
and they would kind of combine into a single pearl inside the stomach from its acid, and that can be used to help individuals that are force sensitive. Can be another use. You can actually put them into lightsabers. They are
Okay.
very rare, though.
Cad looks right at you and says, "How many martinis did you have?"
None.
He's drinking water.
Interesting.
I don't partake in alcohol very often.
Where did you hear this story?
Growing up in the temples,
Huh.
I used to like to read a lot.
Sounds very academic. I like it.
It's always
what-
had the dream of hunting one down and claiming one of these pearls for myself, but never had the
you
chance.
keep it, not sell it. Gotcha.
Oh, no. Yeah, I would keep it. I mean, you could sell it for quite a bit if
I bet.
depending on the size.
How
of
many
the pearl.
crate dragons does this planet have?
Not every crate
We could
dragon
each kill one.
unfortunately does not always have a pearl inside. It depends on
Oh.
how much of these crystals they have
So you
ingested.
could like 10 of them and only one of them would have.
Exactly. And you don't want to do that. So
Mm.
No, that would, I think,
They are-
seriously damage the local ecosystem.
I was just going
Also,
to say, yeah.
it is not it's that easy to dispatch one of these creatures either. They are very
And-
deadly.
Is there any way to like
So are you, Tizo.
determine who would likely like which of the trade dragons would likely have it? Like, is there like a tell?
Could we use the scanner?
Would you use the force to like feel it?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't never been in real contact with one, so
Well,
Can
that
you
is
use the force to, like, rip it out of its side?
you
right.
typically have to be able to see something to be able to manipulate it. But
Oh, so you
Maybe.
have to be swallowed by the beast.
sure. I mean, if I get swallowed by the beast, that can just turn into a very bad, like, meal.
That sounds
It
like a
just
bad
start
day.
carving up from the inside. But
It's like swallowing a Vegematic.
Cad's like,
Hmm.
what in the world is a Vegematic?
I am with you. I don't know
worry
either.
about it.
We
We're
can't
very,
trust
we're
Just
very
thing.
advanced on my home. We have many technological superiorities.
So we hunt the crate dragon, trap it, raise it, feed it crystals, and hope for the best.
I was just gonna go try and actually just kill it, and if it has one, it has one. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It was not meant for me to have one. If the one I kill does not have one, so
Let destiny decide. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not.
It's interesting, Tizo. Yeah, we could. I'd be interested in looking something like that up eventually.
See if we could prove the lore true or false.
Right.
That sounds incredible.
Plus, we could kill a dragon.
I bet you the monster itself is probably worth money too. So
Oh, I'm sure. Sure. Like I said, these things are notoriously big creatures, so you can feed quite a bit of people with that. And I'm sure you could make some kind of armor out of their hides or something.
Tizo,
So-
you would, with your reading, you would also have known that the local nomads called the Tuscan Raiders, they really like, they believe that the bones of these things are innately magical. So they also, like, if they find a crate dragon, they will like to take its bones and like fashion like walking
They
sticks
make some
and
of their
out
weapons
of,
with.
because they believe that makes them magical.
I will also give you all that information too.
fascinating. All right. Well, that's another
so
reason
First,
to go that
let's
way.
Money
go
plus
to
having
Ryloth.
the chance of getting this pearl. I am 100% in.
All
I
right.
say we first go to Ryloth and see if we can aid the Mandalorians. And the Tatooine does not look that far off. We could probably get there in maybe another week afterwards.
Sure. Sounds like a plan.
Is that a
I bet
reasonable?
you I could cut down the time on that
estimation?
one.
Yeah,
You probably
it's about
slingshot
6
around the
7
planet,
Yeah.
dodge a black hole.
That's right.
Can't be
That's
that
right.
difficult.
Slingshot around planets.
Yeah.
Maybe go check in on Nico.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, where did he end up?
He's still at
Arbuine.
Arbuine.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's still on Arbuine. Yeah.
Yep.
I could use some turkey.
All right, so do you guys have your plan in place of heading to Ryloth first with Cad and
Yeah.
Tarok? Okay.
I think
believe
that's
so.
I think that's the plan.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do a screen swipe there, and we'll fast forward to the next day. Tarok wakes up with a pretty decent headache. Some of the other Mandalorians as well, as they enjoyed some of the beverages from the night before in the bar cantina space that they have here at Foundry Four. It seems like Tarok and Cad Solis are getting the Bastion ready, and 2 of the Mandalorians are going to be riding with them since it's a 4-seater vessel. So they're going to just go with them, and the other Mandalorians and the Tals are going to go in the shuttles that they brought before to get here, and they're going to go back to Blaymouth Port and take the Tals back and all those kinds of things. So that's the plan for them.
So it's us and the Bastion.
Traveling to Ryloth, yes.
Yeah.
Also, you are given the Phoenix is back in 100% perfect mint condition, so you can remove all hull trauma and system strain from it as a
Mint condition.
mint
Out of the
condish,
box.
Out of the box. Lyda basically did an excellent job repairing it for you guys as basically a thank you for everything that you guys were able to accomplish. She has also repaired and restored the speeder. It's all ready to go. And if there was any repairs that need to be made on the 2 hover motorcycles, hover bikes, they are also repaired.
I totally helped her with some of that.
Sure. Yep. Absolutely. That would have happened in like montage of those.
Yeah, montage of us just spending like days just fixing this shit up,
fixing stuff up, cleaning things up. Absolutely. So it's time to go. You guys, Cad Solis does give you the coordinates of the location of the city of Nabat, which is on Ryloth, to help you with your space jump to get there. So you guys slowly start to make your way into your vessels.
Before that, I wanted to stop by Leah just to say goodbye and give her my comlink information.
Oh, okay. All right. So you get the comlink. Also, the cacique comes up to you. Cal Corsa comes up to you, Raven, and just says, you know, I just wanted to thank you for everything that you guys have done here.
Of course.
If it weren't for your help, we wouldn't have been able to do this.
It was a good group team effort. We all worked well and prepared properly. Things went in our favor. It wasn't just us. You guys managed your own as well.
Well, I'm hoping that we can avoid any further conflict, but I feel like this was an interesting special case.
Right.
So hopefully we can continue to help when we're needed, and if you guys need anything, you know where to find us.
And you have our contacts, because if you need anything else here, let us know. We'll be glad to help.
Will do. So I guess may the Force be with you?
And with you? I don't know how this works.
I don't really either. I'm just trying my best.
It's fine. I appreciate the sentiment.
You all said it right, by the way.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Well, be safe.
As Tizo's loading up some boxes on the
Yeah,
some lines and walking by.
Raven and the guy were just like, all right, yeah, sure.
Lyda does hand you what looks to be some kind of device that has some folded up wires and things on it, and this might help in the future if you need it. It's kind of like a little thing that I have to help me with, you know, my little tricks that I do. It makes computers a little bit easier to access.
Ooh.
So if you guys need help on anything like that, this might help.
Much appreciated. Thanks, dear.
Basically, what she handed you is like the equivalent of like a Shadowrun cyber deck.
Nice.
So it helps you to like hack computer systems. So
yes.
I'll give you like the benefits
it's like
later.
a slicing aid.
But it'll give you like benefit. It'll give you like upgrades on like computers checks for like hacking and stuff like that. So because she knew that the main reason that you guys took her was because she was just really good with that, and none of you guys were like super good with computers. So
no.
Our team has woken up the next day and are loading up the Phoenix. They're preparing to go with their friends Cad, Solus, and Tarak of the Mandalorians from Vlamont Port to head towards a planet called Ryloth that you should be able to see on your screen, hopefully.
Yep, it's right there.
There you go. Yep, there you go. Derek's helping us out, pinging Ryloth. From Zorn. So it's going to take, I think they said about 7 days in hyperspace to reach the planet. Basically, we could do a swipe for this. There is not really, like, during hyperspace, you guys don't have to make an astrogation check for this because you were given specific coordinates. So you guys are going to be able to just type in, Dran will be able to type in those coordinates into the Phoenix, and you guys will be able to head off with the Bastion, carrying the other 4 Mandalorians, and just relax for 7 days. Is there anything that you guys wanted to do during your travel time, or any scenes that you wanted to take together? We can skip ahead 7 days, or if you guys want to take a scene, you can take a scene here. It's up to you.
I think it'd just be mostly just us kind of having some downtime for once.
No.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I would just basically just be meditating, doing some, practicing my lightsaber form, that kind of thing. Like your typical downtime activities. You got to stay in shape, But also, just be meditating a little bit and just relaxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's just looking to see if there's any skills I can get, so that's what I'm doing. Raven's maybe training somehow.
Yeah, you guys can train while you're in here and use and spend up some of your experience points. That's a good thing that you could do during hyperspace travel. Yeah. So absolutely.
Yeah, so we'd be training, like kind of like just imagine a video montage of
Mm-hmm.
it's like the real world Millennium Falcon, and
Yep.
you know, just
Yes.
Yes, Gate, my peanut
Just-
butter.
No.
it was peanut butter. I thought it was oil lubricant. Ooh, sorry.
Awesome.
Can that be the title of this episode? Real world Millennium Falcon.
Real
World.
that is, I'm gonna write that down. That is very good. Real
Mhm.
world Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon edition. I like it.
What happens when four strangers from across the galaxy?
Christy, your camera switched again. There we go.
She got it. Okay, so with that montage of you guys training, having a little bit of downtime, which you guys haven't had, and you guys were pretty much thrown into this thing where you had like 2 days to try to quickly gather things up and get ready for the incoming onslaught of this Imperial, barrage. But eventually you guys do come out of hyperspace 7 days later. And in the atmosphere of the planet Ryloth, you begin to descend towards your destination that's located inputted in your computer. You can see as you kind of descend through the clouds, you can see that there's a variety of environments here from your view. The area that you guys seem to be headed towards is one of a mixture between what looks to be forest and dry lands. Not necessarily wide open desert, but areas where there's just clear of vegetation, but it doesn't look like desert-esque. Some areas look like there's these large plateaus that kind of stick up in different areas. I'm trying to think of like maybe an environment from like the United States or somewhere over here that might be similar.
It sounds like Central Colorado,
It could be similar to that. Yeah.
where it's like where the plains meet the mountains, and it's like you're transitioning from grasslands into trees.
So yeah, that sounds pretty much it. I've never been there, so I can't like speak from experience, only from images that I've seen. But yeah, it's much like that. But imagine that, but hot and humid. So that's kind of the feeling you get as you kind of descend into this area, and you guys approach the city of Nabat, which you can see looks pretty much, as you get closer, looks like a slum. It doesn't look like a very nice place, and it looks relatively small. But you can see there are multiple landing pads here, which the Bastion goes and sets down on one. You guys are cleared to land on another, and you guys descend down, lower the what do I want to call this? It's the
ramp, the gangplank.
Yeah, do they call it a gangplank on a spaceship? I know it's a gangplank on a regular ship, but is it a gangplank on the door that just opens up and just lowers down on the Millennium Falcon that in the movies? What do they call that? Just ramp?
The name is on the tip of my tongue.
I am not sure.
On ramp?
Seems
On ramp, maybe the on ramp. That would be a good word for it. I like that. I always struggle what to call that, because I know when ships ships dock, they call that a gangplank, but I don't think they call that the same thing on a space vessel. So, but yeah, you guys are here, and I would say it's probably midday. Where you're at, there is not a lot of, like, you were expecting city.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like much of that. It looks more like a nomadic kind of setup. It looks like any of these areas could be like torn down in the matter of hours and moved to a different location if they wanted to. It doesn't look like they do that, but it looks like they could. This ramp, entry ramp.
Entry ramp. Yeah.
There you go.
It says entry, boarding, or landing ramp.
Boarding ramp is a
Yeah.
good one too. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's from Legends. Take that, canon.
Oh,
That's from
yeah.
that's from Legends. Oh, that's not canon then. Oh, no,
Mm.
no. So yeah, it's just strange. You do see people moving about, but then you do notice that there are what looks to be cave-like openings that open and descend into the ground with like ramps. Some of them have stairways, multiples, as you're standing on the landing vessel here. When Cad gets out of the Bastion, you notice that none of the Mandalorians are decked out in armor. They have packs on, and they are just kind of walking about with no armor on.
Was that expressed to us to not wear armor?
I would say that they would probably tell Raven that they're going to be meeting someone here who's going to take them to the location, and
Okay.
they don't want to be pointed out.
Okay.
So they're trying to remain.
I'll take conflict points, but I'll do
Okay,
it.
all right, you got it.
I have a cloak that, like, that makes it hard for them to see my armor, so I'm gonna
I'm
keep mine
giving
on.
myself 2 conflict. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't like.
Okay.
So
Cad-
my hood goes up, and then I'm closing the front part of my like robe thing so they don't see the Jedi armor type stuff.
Sure,
Oh,
absolutely.
you're gonna be
Kind of.
roasting.
Well, I
Yeah,
also
it's
have
hot,
a
it's
thermal
hot.
cloak, so I'm gonna set that to cool.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Look at
I
that.
bought a thermal cloak at the very beginning of this game.
Slick,
so
slick.
Nice.
Let's say that my armored coat it breathes remarkably well.
I have air cooling in my armor, so without it, I'm like dying.
It's like a
Oh.
soy cotton blend over here.
we're walking. I'm just looking at everybody. And I'm like, "What's wrong with y'all? It feels great."
Why can't we ever go to a water planet?
Cad's like, well, this planet does have water on it.
I can't swim.
You can't swim?
No, I never learned how.
It's something we can teach you.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, thank you.
The long
you don't
pause.
trust
No,
us.
thank you.
Yeah.
We won't let you drown. And if anything, the doctor knows how to do mouth to mouth. So
Mouth to mouth, yeah.
Gill to mouth.
you'll be fine.
So good, so good. Cad seems to kind of like lead the way, take charge of this. Tarok following close behind. They head towards one of these areas of descent where you kind of go below the surface. And you'll notice immediately that as soon as you get under the ground, different environment altogether. This is where the real city is. It's located under the ground. So when you guys descend down, you guys can see that buildings and structures are carved out from within the ground itself. And there are probably hundreds and hundreds of Twi'leks milling about this city. It looks jam-packed. You also notice that there's a little sprinkling of other, species from around the galaxy mixed throughout, but it's mainly Twi'leks here. They all look relatively rough and ragged. Like, you don't see anybody that looks like they're walking around with like any like, things that would claim that they're upper class or have a lot of money or something of that nature. But you do notice that as you're walking down, Cad kind of leads you into a part where it gets really crowded, and there's all these stalls set off alongside this what seems to be like underground open street. And there are Twi'leks and other individuals in a big open marketplace just pressuring people to buy their wares. Like you see them like coming out from some of the actual stalls, just holding out items and trying to influence people to pay for them and purchase them. So mechanically speaking, if you are interested in any merchandise here in this marketplace, if you look in the book, any of the books, anything 500 credits or less is sold here.
Mm.
And that's including things that may have a higher rarity than other things, because this has a little bit of a feel of like it's an open market, but there's not necessarily anything that's, 100% illegal here.
Are stim
Okay.
packs?
Good question. Let's find out.
They are, because I'm right here. Where are they at? Stim packs are 25 credits a piece.
Yeah,
Let's
they would
pick
have-
up some of those.
They would have plenty of those, so you could pick
All
up
right,
as many.
let's load up.
Also, just throwing that out there, thermal cloaks are only 200. They're very useful.
Do they give you armor or no?
No, they basically what they do, they have a hot and a cold setting, and you basically thermal blankets and thermal cloaks remove up to 2 setback from any checks made to handle the effects of extreme heat or cold.
What page are you on?
That is on page 183 of the Force and Destiny book.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely want to get some stim packs. Sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They would have plenty of those types of things. They have plenty of medical supplies here. As this, you start to find out information that this planet can be pretty dangerous. There are species of creatures on this planet, which is the main reason their cities are built underground.
I actually would like to get a breath respirator.
Okay.
Just in case we're going to be doing anything that we need to be able to, like, breathe.
Sure. For this
It's always
instance, I'm
useful.
just going to say this is like a big marketplace montage.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are just going around to different stalls, purchasing things that you find interesting. I'm not going to roleplay it all out and turn this into a big shopping episode, but
Yeah.
but I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware that
Yeah.
this is a place where you can buy merchandise
Cool.
if you want to. Above 500 though, this is they wouldn't have it. Not here.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna buy 8. So I have a total of 10.
Oh wow. Yeah, great.
We don't have to do all of this on stream, but like if we go back off stream and tell you what we want to buy, can we do that?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure there's other things, but I don't want to like just sit
Like
here.
retroactively buy something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say like during the montage, you can say, I bought that while I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be
Okay.
fine with that. And honestly,
Because I can't
Wait.
find anywhere
if you
gear and equipment. Okay.
if you go to like page 180 in the Force and Destiny book, it starts with gear there, and I think there's many things you can purchase through the next few pages there.
Got it.
Yeah, they kind of put the gear like right in the middle of the book.
Yeah.
And also, if you use the other books, some of the other books have different items in them as well. So if you wanted to glance over at the
I
other
should
books
check
too,
the Edge
if
of
there's
Empire.
something, Edge of the Empire might have something that's more up your alley if you see anything in there.
Yeah.
Because some books have like doubled up things in them and things of that nature, but some of them just have one item in specific, depending on the book. Dran, was there anything in particular that you were looking for?
can't think of anything in that price range.
Yeah, most of the stuff I want are really expensive.
How much are med packs? Did you guys have to restock your med packs yet, or you guys been?
I still have one.
I think mine's empty
Okay.
that I had.
I can't remember how much they are.
A med pack.
I don't
I have the
remember
Age
either.
of Rebellion one, which was 400 for my Age of Rebellion one. Maybe I would like really top mine out real good.
Yeah, I reckon we would get, all of our basic medical gear.
Emergency med pack is 100. In
I think that's a one-time use. The emergency
the
one.
emergency one is okay.
Maybe.
And then there's a physician's kit, which is 400.
They might have changed the name.
I think
Of it,
yeah.
and
The one in Rebellion is a med pack, and then the one in Forge and Destiny.
Physician's kit.
Physician's
yeah,
kit.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. Oh. All right. So while you guys are looking
Ooh,
through
death
that,
sticks.
there you go. you could definitely get some death sticks here if you'd like some. They have multiple individuals come up to you and say, "Hey, want to buy some death sticks?"
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
No, wait, I was gonna ask him, "Do you want to buy some death sticks?" No, that was me. I was gonna ask. Guys are pushing each other out of the way to try to sell you drugs.
Boys. No death sticks.
So basically, during this time, you guys are milling about. Some people are purchasing some things. Eventually, you see Cad Solus makes his way to an individual who's just kind of leaning up against one of the walls on the edge of the marketplace. And Cad kind of waves all of you over to where he's standing to this individual. And he looks at all of you and says, "Hey, well, this is Titus. Titus, this is everybody." And this guy Titus just seems to kind of nod his head once to all of you, and just kind of looks at Cad and let's carry on with it. We got a few speeders topside. We can take you out there. So he just basically starts walking without looking back, and Cad just looks at all of you and just kind of gives you a nod, and then he starts following this individual Titus as you guys are walking along.
I would have picked up some load-bearing gear because I lug around a lot of crap, all my kits.
Oh yeah. You got a lot to carry.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Eventually, you guys lead your way back topside where there are two speeders that are kind of parked there waiting for your arrival. And this Titus gets into the driver's seat of one, and it seems like the other Mandalorians are getting into that speeder, and there's another speeder behind, presumably for all of you.
Who's driving?
I wonder who that's gonna be.
I don't even say anything. I just get
Okay.
And with that, I mean, you guys, the speeders depart and take off away from the city. And you guys are actually on a part where there's not a lot of vegetation here. It's very dry land. You guys make your way through a couple areas where two plateaus seem to come together, and it creates this little almost crevice or ravine that goes through, and you guys are on a little trail that seems to zing by as you guys are traveling. It starts to get later on in the day, and the sun is starting to set here. I'm not sure how many suns are on Ryloth. I have no idea. But the sun is setting, and it's starting to get dark. And you can see up ahead, there is a larger plateau some distance away. And you can see that there is, with some of the light, the sun setting light that's left, see there's a large kind of cave opening in one side of this plateau as you guys are starting to approach it. Upon your approach, you can see that from the speeder ahead, there's like a few flashing lights. And Raven, you would probably recognize that it's kind of like a code or
Yeah.
some kind of Morse code symbols to let them know, whoever's on the other side, know that they're peaceful. And then you see that there are some Mandalorians that kind of come out of rubble and stones that are like piled up around this area. You had no idea they were there until you started to get close. And then as they revealed themselves, it's like, oh, there's the guard just kind of hanging out front of this cave opening.
By the way, my outfit, my armor is in a backpack.
Okay, sure. The speeder in front of you comes to a stop in front of this cave opening, and it seems as if the other Mandalorians are getting out and approaching. Now, these Mandalorians that are here, they do have their armor on.
Can I tell what clan they're from? Or is it the same?
You recognize them. You would probably recognize them from Vlamont Port.
Okay.
These are the individuals that came from there.
Gotcha.
And it looks like they've made this location kind of like a home base, so to speak.
Cool.
They basically gesture towards you guys and welcome. One of them kind of removes his helmet and guides Titus and the rest of you kind of inside the cave opening, where you can see that they have, in fact, set up a base here. Everybody could go ahead and make either a perception or a vigilance check with 2 purple dice difficulty as you guys are walking in.
I'm very good at vigilance.
I can tell.
Wow.
We got 2 successes for Dran.
It's how many purple?
Wow.
2 purple?
2 purple, yeah.
2 purple.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Yeska, I think Jim, you left.
No, I'm blind.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do have the 1 upgrade. Wow, and you still got a success out of that. Look at that. There you go. Raven, you're just you're kind of taking in the moment here, being reunited with some of these Mandalorians. Yeska, Dran, and Tizo, you do notice that it appears that in some recent time there was a conflict here. You can see indications of blaster marks on the sides of the cave walls. You can see indications of combat that occurred here. You can also see that things were quickly set up. It seems like you got like power generators and things that have been put together. All kinds of different technology and stuff that's set up. And you'll notice that this is a really interesting, intricate cave system. Pretty big openings, and then they'll have like a section that kind of jets off into like a larger kind of carved room area. And Tizo, with your role, you have a feeling like this might have been some type of mine at some point as you guys are coming in. Dran, what could we say your 3 threat are from? You really wouldn't...
Am I like poking around too much and I knock something over? Or like...
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, you knock over some kind of LCD screen that they were setting up, and it shatters on the ground. One of the Mandalorians just kind of eyes you really quickly. Go ahead and take 3 points of strain.
I meant to do that.
Eventually, you guys are approached by Vera herself. She doesn't have her helmet on. She's kind of like carrying it under her arm. And she approaches and looks to all of you with a little bit of a smile, then takes another quick glance at Yeska with a little smile. So, well. When Cad told me you were coming, I must say I was pretty surprised. How'd everything go?
Pretty good. Pretty damn good if I do say so myself.
Well, that's good. I heard that the warriors that we sent with you fought diligently and were sufficient as well.
Yeah, unfortunately we lost a few, but the Mandalorians held their own.
Good. Very good. Why did you all decide to come here?
Well, I did say that we would come back if we could, if all things turned out. You helped us, we help you. That's what we do.
She kind of smiles at that and looks over at Cad and Tarok and says, "Looks like you two got a new vessel." And she smiles at him, and Cad just smiles back. They look like they're kind of getting their equipment ready, and she kind of gives them a really quick, "Go get your stuff on," and quit fooling around kind of deal. Looks like that Titus individual that led you guys here is doing the same. It looks like he kind of disappears.
Yeah, I gear up immediately.
Okay. Oh yeah, you take the time to gear up. What are the rest of you doing at this time? It's just kind of like she's just letting you guys get comfortable. Is there anything that you guys want to do here while you're in this cave complex?
I'm just taking everything in. I'm not really saying anything, just, keeping an eye on everything.
How invested are you keeping an eye? Like, are you investigating, or are you just...
I just want to see, how... I know she's in charge, but, just... the general, vibe of, all the people here kind of thing.
Okay.
So...
The vibe you're getting is...
Vibe check.
Vibe check? Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for it again. It's because it'd be another vigilance check, but you rolled really well on that one. The vibe you're getting is confidence. Loyalty towards Vera. You don't have any, like you were saying, she's the leader. They know that, so they're very loyal to her. And it does not seem like anybody has any lack of confidence whatsoever. It seems like they are kind of, it's almost like they are at a point where they're just relaxing a little bit. There are not as many individuals here that you would have thought there would have been, because whenever they were getting ready at Vlamoth Port, you guys noticed that there were a lot of Mandalorians getting ready. But it seems as if there is a smaller force here. It's not quite extensive.
Okay.
But that's kind of like your overall vibe.
Okay. Tizo, since you're vibe checking and you did well, you would also probably notice that in terms of loyalty, you kind of pick that up with Raven too. It's almost like not subservient, but she's definitely got high respect for this woman, without even knowing her.
Good to know.
What vibe check is Tizo getting from Yeska and Dran?
Yeah, what's the vibe? Do you pass the vibe check?
Do you pass the vibe check?
What's going on?
Make a deception check.
Are you turning against us?
I think after breaking that equipment, Dran has probably withdrawn a little bit. And he's just meditating. I'm going to be trying to become one with the universe in preparation for whatever is happening ahead here.
Okay.
So I'll do my little one
One with the universe. Oh, there you
go.
Oh,
nice.
Look at that. Success.
In the shards of transparisteel, one sees the universe.
No. Nice.
From Yeska, the vibe you're getting from him is your typical eye roll worthy amount of amorous intentions towards Vera.
I hope Senpai notices me.
And in retrospect, while we were going through the market area, he picked up a few different kind of the universal reloads for blasters.
Okay, yeah.
Good idea.
And he gives those to Vera and says, it's hard to think what do you get for the woman who has everything. So I got you something that I thought might be useful to you.
And you hand these to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a bouquet A bouquet of
A bouquet of bullets.
a bouquet of bullets.
She takes them and she says to you, "Can you see me smiling?" Tarok says he thinks you can see.
Unfortunately, I cannot see fine details like that, especially details as fine as your face.
Oh!
Give yourself a boost.
That was smooth.
Yeah, that was smooth, buddy. You get a boost on your next roll. Yeah, that would get her to blush. She does take the gear that you provide, definitely, and she definitely has a smile and a little bit of a blush on her face as she moves off to put some of that equipment away where she can use it and put it to good use. So, very well done, Yeska. Smooth, Yeska. Look at this. You can, Tizo, with your vibe check, you can see that Yeska's points are going through the roof right now with Vera. But Vera does, during this meditations stage, ends up sitting down or kneeling down next to Dran, as Dran's having some meditation. Are you okay?
Of course.
You broke one of our screens.
Yeah, sorry about that. I offered to pay you back, but I don't know if I'm getting paid, so...
Is our credits an issue?
Well, they might be.
Well, to be honest, that's
I
the
might
whole
be
issue
working for
here.
free. What do you mean?
Well, you know how we make our money. We make our money from our services.
Of course.
These huts, we have contracts with them sometimes. Sometimes they come through, sometimes they don't. Let's just say Timo's had too many that haven't been followed through upon.
Oh, he owes you quite a sum of credits.
Millions.
Excuse me.
So we came to Ryloth to put a little hurting on his enterprise. You see, this cave that we're in right now, this used to be one of his mines.
Used to be.
Yeah, until we took it about a few days ago.
That would be the carbon scoring that I'm seeing everywhere. Okay.
That's it. They mine this planet for spice.
Do.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's been going on here. So we really don't do full-on assaults. There are people where Timo's located that are innocent. We don't want to. We don't want to endanger anyone that doesn't deserve what's coming to them. So we figure this is the best play.
How far is this Timo from here?
On Tatooine, a place called Mos Shuta.
Shuta.
Mm-hmm.
So you're disrupting his business interests over here.
Yeah, he doesn't want to pay up. Fine. And block all his business strategy. Maybe it'll get his attention.
What are you going to do once you get his attention?
Well, maybe he'll come visit us himself, and then no innocent lives will be in danger.
An interesting strategy.
She kind of stands up. Don't break anything else.
I'll try.
She basically ends up reaching out to all of you and saying the same thing to all of you, kind of gathering you all together. Basically, what the Mandalorian strategy is to come to Ryloth, where it appears that Timo has interest in these mines. And they are mining something called, I think it's pronounced Ryll, which is Ryll. And basically, it's basically a spice that's highly addictive, but it can be used in small doses to help make medical supplies.
Oh!
And it's a Ryloth is that's where it can be found. So that's where
it's for the good of public health if we
could be. It's one of those things where a little bit is good, but a lot is bad. And too much turns into drug addiction.
Sounds like an opioid.
Yeah.
But these mines are dug within these plateaus, and that's where they find this Ryll is inside these caves of plateaus and things of that nature. So
are you guys gonna bust up another one of these mines? Is that the plan, or?
Well, that's where most of the Mandalorians are already at. We're gonna take as many of these as we can.
What?
So, but the question I was gonna ask you is if you wanted to help us take one.
Absolutely.
There's one that we've been eyeing up that we just kind of discovered recently that's not too far from here. Much like this one, it's in the side of a plateau. But we're not sure of too much of the details. We haven't been able to get too close of a look. As the cat eats Christy's head.
Raven finds a random stray. Don't mind me.
Interesting. So, if we helped to take this one, could we get a piece of the action, so to speak?
Well, you were the one who pointed out all the carbon marks on the inner walls of this place. This place was pretty well guarded by a few of Timo's associates. Let's just say they don't stand a chance against us. I'd assume the same would be with all of you.
Perhaps even less.
Well, if you want, you can head there this evening, or you can wait till tomorrow, or you can wait till tomorrow night. It's totally your choice. I can give you all the information. I can give you general location and any other supplies that you might need. We do have minimal, but we do have some here if you were to need anything.
I think we are pretty well prepared. We can set off immediately.
Catch him in the dark? Yeah.
Sorry.
Right. Might I suggest take your time? Like I said, we didn't get a chance to scope this one out fully. We just found it recently. So make sure you take your time. Keep a lookout. Not all of Timo's associates are absolute idiots. Most of them are, I will be honest. But not all.
Noted.
And she kind of just smiles at all of you, and then an extra long smile and look at Yeska as she says, "I'm happy to see all of you again."
It's good to see you too.
If you want to take one of the speeders out front, you're more than welcome to use it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
As we're walking out, I'll just kind of like elbow Yeska from all that.
What?
I saw that.
Pretty smooth.
She is a very special lady.
Mhm.
Most of our
As
leaders.
as we're making our way back out of this
Make 'em away.
area, I want to stop and get scanner goggles also. We're
Scanner
going in a
goggles?
mine. It might be dark,
Okay.
and that helps you.
Okay. Yeah.
Not-
I
or,
will
you
say
know,
that
be able to see.
you purchased those back at the
Oh, no.
marketplace. So
Yeah.
we'll just say that you purchased them whenever you had a chance there.
Gotcha.
Anybody else need anything? Like, they do have some general supplies here, but nothing too drastic or crazy. They might have a few of those explosive charges.
Oh,
Yeah, might be good.
Probably at the most, probably one for each of you if you'd like to take one.
how much would
Someone-
those be?
How much are those?
They're not going to charge you. You can just take one.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, the
From
From the
Mandos have them.
Mandalorians. Yeah.
The Mandalorians
Mando
have them. Yeah.
explosives, yeah.
Because remember, they loaded a lot up and brought them here.
What are these, like mines, like shape charges?
Yeah, they're the shape charges. The ones that you guys use to blow the door off of the
Okay.
door of the Blood Ambition.
As long as it's not grenades.
It's not grenades. No grenades. We don't like
I-
grenades. We've determined that we are
I-
very
I hate
anti-grenade.
grenades.
Grenades.
I
are bad as
almost
escape.
thought-
Yeska especially.
Grenades are super cheap, by the way. I thought about
Yeah.
buying some.
Oh, no.
There
You
are,
can
like-
have them. Yeska just wants nothing personally to do with them.
I decided not to, though. But yeah, I'll
They-
take one and I'll hand it to somebody else. I don't really
They-
want
They,
Carry
they
the
trigger
shape
Yeska.
What are they called?
Shaped charges?
Shape charges. I can't.
to. So I'll
remember
hand
what's
mine
in
to like Raven or Dran or Yesko, whoever wants mine. They can
I'll take it.
take mine. So
Yeska, you don't want yours or you want yours?
If you could hold on to it for me.
Dran, you taking yours?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and carry mine.
Do you want one as well so we both have two?
Up to you. How heavy are these things?
I don't know.
probably the same as a grenade, I would imagine. Like, how big are these shape charges?
Like, is in like encumbrance?
Yeah.
Like they're like the size of a grenade. Like they're not. Yeah, they're not huge.
Absolutely precious.
They're not huge, so that would be just be the equivalent of a grenade.
I think grenades are one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're one.
So I'm thinking of like the kind of things that Din Djarin has in the Mandalorian. There's those they're about yay big
Yeah.
that he slaps onto something and
That's
it
right.
sticks and then it
Yeah.
Do you want one?
Detonates.
Do you want an extra one? MG?
I think maybe one is. I'm
One is
carrying a
good.
lot of.
Okay.
Carrying a lot.
Oh, you're carrying a lot of stuff. Okay.
Okay. So, while as you guys are getting your equipment ready, we can do kind of like a screen swipe and just kind of fast forward you guys within the speeder, making your way to making your way across the landscape. You guys do pass through an area that's somewhat forested a little bit, but there is kind of like a trail that you stay upon. It looks like they use there's like crude trails and roads that they seem to probably use some kind of large trucks, possibly to haul things from these mines to the local like spaceports and cities, so they can not only sell them at the cities but also store them up and probably get them off world and try to do some selling off world. Maybe some of them even go back to Tatooine where Timo is doing business himself with that kind of exporting of those goods. So you guys make your way there. You have your lights on the speeder at this time as you guys are cruising. eventually you guys start to go into another area where it starts to turn into like red, a rocky area once again over these simple little hills, and you can see that there is some major like plateau and croppings that you're kind of weaving in and out of as you make your way. Is there anything that you guys would be doing in particular on your way there as you guys are getting ready to approach this location?
Is it dark or are we?
It is dark.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I'm gonna put my goggles on so I can see. But other than that,
Yeah, I have all my things on my helmet activated.
Okay.
Are Cat and them coming with us, or is it just us?
It's just you guys. The CAD was getting ready. They were going to go to a different location. As it seems,
so
it
we're,
seems like what they're doing is they're purposely like have these small groups going out and hitting mine after mine after mine. They're trying to get as many as they can. Like they are targeting a bunch of them.
Cool.
So what? So you guys are using those items to kind of look at some things. So
yeah. So I'm just keeping an eye out, basically.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make a perception check. It's going to be 3 purple dice for your difficulty.
Oh God.
I'm not sure what your scanners do. They might give you a boost.
No, they basically just make it to where I can see normal
Just see
in
normal.
darkness.
Okay, yeah. So it is.
Yeah.
This one is a 3 purple. Raven, you could also make this check if you're using your helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure what your helmet adds to the check.
That perception is terrible for me.
Right.
They're on backwards.
Wait, I can't see anything. Dren
That's so
pushes
good.
rotates them. Oh, thanks.
Try that way.
There you go.
They're new, you know. I didn't read the manual.
Also, like the
does?
screen as you like are putting them on, it's like this really bright green that you're looking through, kind of like night vision goggles, so to speak.
Mhm.
And eventually, sometimes it starts to do the little snow on the screen a little bit. You're getting a little bit of interference, and it's and you like have to smack it a little bit. Oh, I shouldn't have paid. I should have bought the other pair that I saw. I was like,
Yeah. Do anything happen?
No, the threat is the interference
Gotcha.
on your
Okay.
goggles. Yeah.
It just says reduces the difficulty of range combat checks. So like, I don't know if that's. Like,
I don't think it would apply here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Michael, can you remind me what we settled on my vision would be like after that successful back to tank check?
So you can see out of combat with
Right.
like your like imagine like everything kind of red, almost like Predator-esque.
Yeah.
You can see out to short range without any issues. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
And in combat,
in combat,
I only have
you only have
one upgrade.
one upgrade to difficulty instead of 2. Yes.
Got you.
That's what we settled on mechanically for your success.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, Raven. You are looking ahead. And as you look towards this area that it looks like you're coming up on another opening of some sort of cave entryway. You notice that there are some large rocks piled up along the outside of this thing.
Mhm.
And you see nothing. You just see an opening.
No movement.
No movement. You do
Mining
see
equipment.
there is like a gentle breeze on the air, and sometimes you see movement of like something being blown across the ground and other things like that. But as far as like as you're watching for movement, like you don't like looking around the rocks, you don't see anybody hiding among the rocks like the Mandalorians were whenever you guys pulled up to the other place.
Yeah.
It seems to be still, seems to be quiet. You don't even see any like equipment laying around.
Was there supposed to be someone here to meet us, or no?
Not according to Vera. She just
Okay.
Mm.
So there was no Mandos stationed here, and now they're missing.
No, they kind of discovered this was here and sent you guys as the first.
Investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scout.
I'm gonna park the speeder behind like an outcropping so it can't be seen from the viewpoint of the entrance.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. You find a spot to park it, no problem, and then you guys all exit the vehicle.
Yes, sir. I'm going to try and be quiet as I approach because it feels quiet, but it makes me nervous. So I'm going to also stealth.
Okay. Is anybody else going with Raven at this place?
Yeah,
or
I'll go with her.
Anybody would like to go quietly? You guys can all make stealth checks using your average difficulty, 2 purple dice. Mhm.
2 purple.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Well,
God.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Tizo though.
Wow.
God.
Interesting. Look
Oh,
at
I
all
had the
those-
boost as well, so
Yeah. you
that's
did-
good.
That's good. Yeah. So
I'll take that.
Yeska
that
and
off.
Raven, very quiet. If you guys have any strain, you guys can use one of those advantages to take off a point of strain, or you can use them for something.
Oh,
Something.
Could
else.
I use my advantage to notice that I'm not as stealthy as I should be and like hang back a bit so I don't
Oh
get the
yeah.
others in trouble?
Absolutely, yeah. You're causing a little bit of a noise, Dran, as you're moving up. Probably your large boots upon the rocky
Yeah.
ground, like crunching a little bit louder than they should.
I'm gonna just pass it forward and boost the next person.
Okay, boost the next person.
Hey.
Sure.
I am going to boost Dran, and because it's 2 to do that, right? To choose
Yeah,
someone to
it's
boost.
two to choose
Choose
someone. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna boost Dran. I'm gonna boost Yeska, and then I'll boost the next person that goes. So that's all 5 of mine.
Okay. Yeah. So the next person that rolls will actually have 2 boosts because Raven passed
Yeah.
it on too. So.
Because Tizo does not notice that he's not being stealthy, because he normally is
Right,
very good
yeah.
at it, and he's just also being
Can
a
I
little
use that
reckless.
extra advantage to like make a really careful listening perception check to see if there's any noise I can see coming from this tunnel?
All you hear is breeze. You don't hear anything
Okay.
coming from the tunnel at all.
Yeah, there's no movement.
There's no movement. There's nothing.
Is there
Like,
equipment?
you don't even see any equipment on the like. There's nothing on the outside here. It's you do realize that there are some tracks that look like possibly a large truck or vehicle, and it does seem like at some point trucks or hover vehicles or other vehicles of that point of that nature have been traveling upon this road that leads up to it. So there is a road here. There's evidence, but it's quiet still.
Say we just get back in the vehicle and keep driving.
Like down into the tunnel.
That's my vote.
If we do that, they'll hear us coming if there's anyone down there.
That's true.
And we don't know if it widens or narrows, so that makes me nervous. I'd rather keep it out of sight.
Well, it's at least just wide enough to get these vehicles in and out.
To a
But I
certain
think you-
point.
But I think you're right. I think we should probably err on the side of caution and sneak our way down to see if we can notice any of the criminal activity.
Yeah.
You guys, once you got a little bit closer, you can all make vigilance or perception tests. This one will be 3 purple dice for this one.
Think if I have anything.
Tizo's struggling tonight because he's getting all these advantages.
We'll boost
Don't-
Raven.
Don't forget you guys
I
have
forgot to boost.
don't forget
yeah.
whoever you guys do have boosts if they were passed to you.
Oh right, technically the next
So-
person that was supposed to go was supposed to have 2 extra boosts, but
Right.
Grand, that didn't help.
My
Grand.
boost didn't do anything.
Oh, wow.
I'll take the 2 extra boosts then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeska did pull out a success there.
Love
Hmm.
Okay.
Man, I'm zeroed in.
Oh wait, no, can I redo that? I meant to do vigilance. Why'd I click perception?
You can reroll.
Okay, thank you. Oh,
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
better than my perception.
Dran, you're regretting carrying all this equipment with yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
3 more strain for you.
Oh, no.
Oh, not so good.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Can't we go to a water planet next time?
I told you I cannot swim.
Raven, you do take 1 point of strain as you're just finding it really strange that there is no movement and it all is quiet here. This doesn't seem right. But with the triumphant success and with Yeska's success, you guys both notice that the way this plateau is shaped, it has this opening, and then it seems like it veers off, and you kind of, it's like, imagine like the cliff is to your right, and then it just seems to disappear behind. It seems like there are tracks in another road that turn right, and then disappear like behind the plateau. So it looks like there is possibly another route on the other side of the plateau that you guys are on, from what you can see.
maybe we should check that out. Check the tracks.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the tracks first.
Okay. So you make your way kind of around this plateau, kind of that juts out of the ground, following these tracks of this. It kind of like, it reminds me of, if you've seen The Mandalorian, those big vehicles that they were driving around in one of the last couple episodes when they had to prevent that thing from exploding. It's kind of like
Those big tankers.
Yeah, with the oil tanker. Yeah.
kind of like an oil tanker, and it has like big wide tire tracks that go on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of resembles those kinds of tracks. And you're going back there, and you see, actually, Raven, you notice that there is another entry to this mine. It does have more rocks kind of piled up against it. You notice no movement, but you do see some equipment lying out, and it looks like a crate that has been spilled and just junk kind of poured out outside. And you can see behind one of the stones from your location, it looks like someone's head and arm are just kind of laying out from behind one of the stones. Like, you can't see the rest of their body from your location. You can only see like a head and an arm, like just laying out there. Looks like they're laying face down on the ground.
Can I see blood?
If you get closer, you can inspect it if you want to.
Yeah, I would like to quietly.
Okay. You guys, anybody going with her, or are you guys all staying at the front?
I'll
You guys
go
all
with her.
going Okay,
I'm
everybody
going
can
with,
go make one additional stealth check for me. This is 2 purple dice difficulty. Don't forget, if you got boosted or you have any of those...
Raven technically did get another boost. 'Cause
Okay, I'll
okay.
take
with
it.
mine roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
your other. Gotcha.
Okay.
Ooh, I succeeded this time.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my stars.
Yeska, you do take a point of strain during this situation as you're starting to get a little bit nervous as well. As it's a little bit out of your range of being able to see everything, and now that you're starting to hear something like Raven saying that there possibly is someone dead up here, things
I'll
are starting to get a
boost.
little bit interesting.
Jessica and
Blood.
return the
Blood.
So
Thank you. I will also just spend my
Fresh.
advantage for the next person that rolls. Gets
Okay.
another boost.
Raven, as you're walking up quietly, you can see that there is an individual of a race that you guys have seen before. If you remember those individuals that met Cad to try to attack him, they had like stony kind of looking faces. What was that race again?
The dog ones?
Not the dog
Nikto,
ones. Not the Nikto. Close to Nikto, but
Clatuinian.
Clatunian. That's it. Yeah, I believe that's it. Or no, the Clatunians were the dog-like creatures.
Oh, they were the dog one.
Let me see. It's probably under defeated NPCs in here. Let's see. Oh, Weequay. That's what they were called.
Weequay.
Weequay.
Like Hondo. Hondo Onaka.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Ah.
My friend.
You notice one of them laying outside of this cave opening He's face down, and he's got a massive hole through his torso. Like, you can see all the way through to the ground.
Well, damn. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Like a laser?
Go ahead and make a
It looked
medicine.
like it hurt.
You can make a medicine check if you'd like to explore it.
Sure.
Hey, thank you so
Tizo,
much.
were
Come on,
you here
doctor.
already?
Thank you for the bits. We appreciate that,
Well,
Victoria. Thank you so much.
I
Hey.
do not leave that big of a wound, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check him out. What kind of difficulty?
I will say this will be 2 purple because it's
2
pretty.
purple?
It's pretty easy to kind of look at.
I'm gonna use my boost from Sarah as
It's
well.
it's
on
a
this one.
huge
Oh
hole.
yeah, absolutely. It's a huge hole. That's right.
So
You
let's
get
take
an
a
extra
can. Oh wow!
Oh, you don't need
My
it.
goodness.
Why couldn't have had that on Tizo's critical injury?
I know, right?
Because that's the way the dice work, you know. That's
It's
what-
because you're a much better mortician than you are
Yeah,
a doctor.
yeah.
Ah,
You just need to die then.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
just
I
need
need
to die
to
first.
Yep, yep, yep.
Very good.
You're
very
like
good.
Doug from Scrubs.
Yeah, just everybody,
Yep,
everybody
exactly.
just get to the point where you do, and he'll just bring you back. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what he can do.
It's not something the Jedi will tell you.
Not
So-
from a Jedi.
With those successes and advantage, Duran, what you can tell is something pierced this individual through the back, and it was about this big at least, and it came in through the back, forced out through the front, and then as you're looking at the ground, it struck the ground, so it went through him, and he must have fell down, and it drove into the ground. So you can see that this there's a dent in the ground where this thing drove in,
Hit.
and then was pulled out.
Ugh.
And
Cause of death, impalement. Yeah.
severe impalement.
Doctor, I could have told you that.
Oh, maybe you're a doctor too, Tizo.
No. I mean, I did cure your critical injury that one time, so maybe.
Impressive, actually. Yeah. Qualified as I am.
There's only one way to find out what made this. Keep exploring.
Oh wait, what?
I mean, aren't you curious? I'm curious what made this.
Well,
I'd
maybe
be
so.
curious.
Out of character, this person's people are the ones we're supposed to be finding and killing.
It appears so from what you guys can tell. You guys have seen. You guys know that Weequay do get hired by the Huts and work for the Huts.
Yeah,
Alright.
Maybe whoever did this is
pretty
an ally.
common kind of like muscle for hire.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Well, so
I
Maybe
mean,
an
it's hard to
ally there,
clarify
right?
any race as all one thing, but most of what I think any of us have seen
I just
out of
mean
character have been
like,
muscle for hire.
Yeah, most of it. Yeah.
have like a signet or something.
Not really. Not. I mean, most of the time they wouldn't want to be.
Okay, so there wouldn't be
Discovered.
any like imagery that would connect the Huts.
Not really. I mean, there
Doesn't
is
have
a-
any like tools or weapons still
Yeah,
on him.
Yeah, they're just sitting there. There's like a blaster pistol just laying there. Like looks like he dropped it whenever he was killed.
Hmm. Is it any good?
It's your standard run of the mill blaster pistol. Looks like it's still got a full charge.
Maybe Tizo's right. Maybe we press on.
All right. Let's just stay
I'll
quiet.
I'll take the blaster pistol.
Okay. Yeah, add it to your inventory. You got it.
I will move in quietly still because this makes me nervous. This is
Okay.
either really good or really bad.
Okay. Yeah, as you're moving in, you can make a I will call this vigilance.
All right.
Go ahead and make a vigilance check for me. This is 2 purple dice difficulty.
Uh huh.
And do you have any
Just Raven?
Any boosts? Yeah,
I
just
think-
just Raven for this. So she said she
Okay.
was walking in first. So
I was boosted, so that's one. Okay. Vigilant, let's go.
Wow.
Alright.
okay, great. You start walking in it. You just kind of cross that threshold of inside the cave when your foot kind of descends a little bit farther than the ground, and you slowly look down, and you can see that another one of those imprint points from behind, like where that guy was pierced into the ground,
Yeah.
is there too. And as you're starting to notice this, there are what look to be rather large tracks of something that kind of embed in the ground leading into this tunnel. And you also notice that it looks like several footprints of other humanoid individuals all facing the outside, and they have a pretty wide berth as if they were running. And the more in the
Running
close
Oh.
Does
Is
Raven
there, seems like there's some sort of creature that might have drove these people off.
Well, this is exciting. Let's go.
Well, if we need to, we can just report back to Vera that this place is compromised with a creature, and
I mean,
don't-
if we clear the place out of the creatures, though, they can use this place.
they
Wasn't that the
could.
whole idea in the first place? What's the difference between creatures and humanoids?
I just thought maybe Vera wanted to make sure that we disperse them as much as possible, and this isn't really what we need to disperse. I mean, sure, let's give them an extra base. Sure. Why am I
Yes.
arguing with you?
Exhibit A: the wounds on the man back there.
I mean,
It just means you don't get hit by whatever that is. You'll be fine.
Don't get hit.
Yeah. Duh.
Very wise advice. Thank you, Tizo.
just
I start moving the direction of these inputs down the tunnel.
Yeah, you
go
got it.
find another cavern that is full of these huts and just do the job properly. Why are we going after a monster?
Why not?
Like, what time is it?
I'll turn back around and be like, shh.
Do you still have your goggles on?
Oh, of course.
Okay, excellent. Tizo just continues walking down the,
Yep.
and it seems like there's a slight descent to it. It's not like you're dropping down into the earth or anything, but it's just this little gradual descent as you're moving your way down. There is, and the closer that you start to, as you go farther, there is stuff everywhere. Like, it looks like this place is a wreck. Like, boxes are tipped over. It looks like mining equipment just laying all over the place. It looks like some of the spice that was mined is just like waiting in crates, and some other sides, some of the crates have been damaged. It looks like one of the crates has one of those massive holes through it that was in the chest of that individual outside as well. Like, it looks
I
like
shift my backpack a little to cover that spot on my back.
very nice.
Shield. Use my jetpack. Like, ah.
Eventually you get into a place, Tizo, where it's an opening, and then there are cave pathways that lead to the right, left, and forward. So it's like a central opening.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just, and it's been quiet this whole time you've been walking down through.
I mean, you always go left, so that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay. You go left.
I have no memory of this place.
You always go left.
Who always goes left?
Everybody always goes left, Duran.
What's going, Doctor? Haven't you heard it?
So basically what this tunnel does is, as you move to the left, are you guys all following Tizo still?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I take a conflict point, but I follow.
Okay, you can take a conflict
I mean,
point.
I
sure.
probably also, because I'm being very reckless.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
go ahead. Yeah, you can take a conflict. You guys turn to the left. So you're still following Tizo.
Yeah.
And you start slightly making your way back uphill, but then there's a slight turn to the right, and it's just this slow turn for a little while. And then you come to a spot where it looks to be about 25 feet of you, 25 feet ahead. It looks like it opens up into another chamber. And you continue on.
Continue on,
I
yeah.
would like to do like perception or vigilance to like look for things that are hiding.
Sure.
Nah, we're
Yeah,
good.
you either one.
No.
You can make. I guess it'd be 2 purple for this situation.
2 purple.
Yeah.
All right.
For the record, I do just keep walking.
You do just keep walking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your roll, the 3 and the 2, or is that the?
No, that was from before.
That's from before. Okay.
That's my roll.
Very good. 3 and 1 this time. That's good. You do notice that there is something in that chamber up ahead, but it's perfectly still. It's hard to tell. It could be
Can I
rock.
grab Tizo's cloak and just stomp him?
You kind of grab a hold of him. Yeah, you're noticing something. It looks like maybe rock formations or interesting rock formations in the middle of the chamber. It's really hard to tell from where you guys are at right now, but yeah, I mean even Tizo with your goggles
Use your
on.
scanner goggles, Tizo.
Just rocks.
Shaking your cloak.
What do you do? Get off.
I'll just not yanking, but lay a hand on his shoulder and whisper in his ear. Remember, we are trying to caution ourselves.
Right.
We look before we leap.
Okay.
For me, please.
Okay.
Well, so what do you want to do? Just stand here and not do anything?
Just wait. I'm gonna try and like zoom in with my enhanced scopes.
Okay. So
See if I can
zoom
get a
in
better
little bit.
look.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll say that advantage on that vigilance check will allow you to zoom in, no problem.
Cool. I also have an extra advantage if that helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
From Sarah.
Got it. Yeah. What you can see as you kind of get your advanced scanners and you start to look forward, probably 60 to 75 maybe feet in the center of this chamber. You start to pick out what looks to be, and then you can see it. Oh, it's not rock formation. It's like a large rib cage that's pointed up, and there's like a skull of something massive, like on the other side. And then it just kind of disappears because you can't see past the opening of the chamber. It's like larger than what you can see.
Is it moving? Is it dead?
It doesn't appear to be moving at all.
Can I pick up a rock?
Of course, there's plenty of rocks.
I'm just gonna chuck a rock into this room.
I have my gun.
Yes.
The moment I see him do this, I raise my disruptor pistol. I'm not. No.
I'm gonna aim for the rocks
Damn it.
too, because I think
I
the
love
rocks.
it.
So I'm just gonna chuck it.
Okay,
Do I take another conflict point? I think I do.
Sure.
I probably do too.
Yeah, go ahead. You can take as many as you want.
Damn it, Tizo.
Okay, Tizo just hucks a rock.
Chucks a rock.
Hucks a
Yep,
rock.
here comes the ball.
And then into the room it goes, and then you hear.
See, nothing. We're fine. I will continue. I will continue walking into the room.
All right.
God.
You continue walking in the room. As you get
Yeah.
closer and you get into the chamber, notice that most of this chamber is empty. There are some like larger rocks that are sitting around the corners of the space. You do notice in one corner there are some kind of what looks to be like crystal gemstones that seem to be sticking out of the corner of this chamber. It looks like they were uncovered in some kind of like the mining process of here. What's strange is you find what looks to be the remains of a large creature that look relatively recent,
Okay.
laying in the middle of this room.
Do I know what kind of creature this is?
Make a. I think this would be a.
There's a xenology thing. I don't know if that would be considered this or not, but
I think
I'll
z-
boost you.
Xenology is species related. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
okay.
And I'm
What-
gonna.
what's the check?
I'm gonna say it's 2 purple, just
Okay.
because of some things.
Are you, Christy? You said you're boosting me, so are you helping me? Is that
Well-
what you're doing?
I'm boosting the next person, so.
Okay.
Well, I guess
Okay.
technically, since there's 2 advantage there, I could technically, yeah, I'll boost you, even though you don't deserve it.
I mean, boosting me or boosting the next person is the same thing. So.
I know.
I like to check as well without the extra boost, just because it sounds interesting.
Sure, yeah. If you want to make the check as well, yours is gonna be a little bit harder though, Yeska, because of reasons. So yours is only gonna be 3 purple on your check. Okay.
Oh, why is
Oh,
it different
okay.
for me?
Can I just roll a single purple and because I really like that roll.
Yeah. You can roll 1 single purple, and then we can erase whatever negatives you end up pulling up.
Wow, you just
Wow.
added 2
Just
more
added
threat.
2 threat
Wow.
to it. Oh gosh.
Yeah, so I've got 4 threat.
Threat.
I've got 2.
So sometime during this investigation, you actually break a few of the bones, Yeska, and they kind of like wither, and it just it cause a big mess. So that's what the 4th threat I'm gonna spend on is you kind of crack.
So yeah,
some
I
of the
just
bones.
like I reach out to touch one, and then like I touch it and I take a piece, and then like the whole area around it just goes just falls to the ground.
What are you
dust
doing?
everywhere.
That was a precious archaeological finding.
Yeah, you
I got it.
yeah.
Tizo.
Yeah.
And Yeska. Based upon Yeska, you probably realize this based upon what Tizo described to you. Tizo, you have an idea that this could have possibly been like a lesser crate dragon.
Ooh, like a baby.
Yes, like a younger one, but it is massive.
I look inside. Do I see a pearl?
There,
I just
there
start
is-
I jump up into like.
while you're inspecting, you do notice this thing has been stripped of flesh, and there is no pearl apparent. It is just bones.
Does it look like it's been stripped by like eating, like by bite marks, or by like tools?
It looks like
By looking
Like,
at the bones,
by,
if there's any
like,
teeth mark or
it
anything.
looks like something ate it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Like, is the piece of bone that I've got, you know, A, how big is it, and B, like, is it like broken? Like, is it?
If it's like a rib, let's imagine like I'm holding it with both hands.
Wow.
So you
Wow.
got like a rib in your hand, like this.
Tizo, I got one.
Yeah, I see that. What are you gonna do with it?
What?
It looks like it's gonna be really annoying to carry that around with you.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come back and get it. And I
Sure.
chuck it to the side.
Well, now it's probably broken.
It's the ground.
Oh,
So,
that's all right.
I actually-
We'll try to get the fresh one.
I didn't know if this was a crate dragon. I didn't know they were on this planet. So that's interesting.
Huh.
something killed and ate that.
Yeah, that makes me
Yeah.
nervous.
Maybe it was a bigger crate dragon.
Right.
Do crate dragons kill the young if they're not theirs?
Would I know that information? Because I'm pretty sure they're
Are they, like,
territorial,
riots
out of
that come
character.
in
I think they're territorial, where they do not like each other. But I'm not 100%
they
sure
are
on that.
territorial, so they do not like each other. You're also under suspicion that you've heard that sometimes before, you've heard of individuals from other planets trying to take creatures from natural habitats and reestablish new habitats on new planets
Mm-hmm.
and see if they will adapt
Interesting.
to a new environment.
Now
You've
that I
heard-
know this is, now that I know that this might have been a crate dragon, I'm gonna go over to the crystals and just kind of like concentrate on them for a second.
Mhm.
Do I feel any like force, anything like that coming from these crystals, or are they just like normal crystals? Basically, are they kyber crystals, or are they?
You don't get the sense that they're force related as you're kind of like focusing in.
Okay.
You like when you guys went into that cave early on in your adventures.
Mhm.
you don't get that same kind of essence of where the Force is natural here. Like,
Gotcha.
this doesn't seem like a place where the Force, like a thin area of Force where the word is escaping me on what the location is called, but there are areas where you can go where it's very Force sensitive. Yeah. This is not the case. These seem like probably they were mining here and these gemstones came up too. So this was another thing they could possibly mine to get money from. I need everybody to make a vigilance check for me though right now with two purple dice.
Okie dokie.
Well, oh my gosh.
Oh my god, of course I fail.
Vigilance, you said?
Vigilance, yes. Oh no. Okay.
Oh, whoopsie
So,
daisy.
Tizo and Yeska, you guys are kind of busy having this conversation about the bones. Tizo kind of brings you over. He looks like he's meditating over these crystals, and you're kind of intrigued over on this, and he kind of calls you over as well. Raven and Dran. Dran, I would say you're probably kind of back a little bit farther, kind of inspecting. Raven, you have your helmet on, so you got all your little doodads going.
And my gun is out.
And all of a sudden, your little monitor that you've got in the corner of your helmet starts to pick up an audio signal. And it starts to sound like this. And it sounds like it's coming from behind you guys.
Oh.
Hall that you came.
I turn around.
I follow Raven's turn.
Okay.
Hey.
So Raven slowly turns around holding her weapon. Dran just slowly turns around as well. You guys don't hear any of this because you guys are
meanwhile,
on the
I'm
other
over
side
here
of the
like,
room.
hey Yeska, I don't think this thing would have a pearl inside of it because these aren't force sensitive kyber crystals, because that's what they need to make the pearls. So I don't think it would have one in there.
Right. We'll just have to keep searching for.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go over here.
I'm gonna, depending what I see as I turn around, I'm gonna try and like forward the noise into their comms so they can get scared.
Who's
Hopefully.
clicking?
All right.
I
What
think
the hell is that
the
clicking?
comms are broken
I don't like this
again.
noise in my ear.
Ugh, stop the noise.
And
Stop! You're gonna make me take more conflict.
and Raven, as you turn around, and you can start to see in your visual enhancements through your helmet that there is something coming around that bend, and it looks like it's filling the entirety of the tunnel. And you can start to hear these.
I immediately hit my booster on my jetpack and fly back and just shoot. I unload my disruptor. Like, I don't even I just shoot.
Okay.
I don't even.
So you guys hear the jetpack engage, and all of a sudden Raven is in the air, and that's where we're gonna end today's episode of Star Wars Force and Destiny.